Hello and welcome everyone to the Halfling Wizards Productions Twitch channel. I am your eccentric dungeon master, Dan Sebastian, and tonight we bring you to the Liminal Blank. Welcome back, everybody. Before we get started, let's do a little bit of a roll call and tell everyone who you'll be playing tonight. Starting with Lisa.
And I remembered to unmute. Hey, I'm Lisa, D&D Winter Wolf on TikTok and Discord. I play Smoke on the Water, a Tabaxi Ranger. And I had a very disturbing vision at the end of last session, so I'm trying to figure out what all that means, or if it was just a drunken nightmare.
All right, Finn.
Hi, I'm Finn. My pronouns are they, them, and tonight I'll be playing Mr. Gentleman, the halfling cartoon who just got his pinky chopped off recently and was having feelings about it.
Connor.
Hello, I'm Connor, and I'm playing Dee the Artillerist Artificer. He's a Foodian, a little sentient almond little boy. And I did not do a great job at performing, but I did do a great job of discovering another like-minded individual who does his own research into all of the fun conspiracy theories surrounding this area. So I'm going to call that a successful night.
All right, and Taryn.
What's up, everybody? I'm Taryn. I'm playing Cuddlesworth, your big cuddly bear, who is wondering what the hell he missed last session.
We missed so much. We missed you, and you missed so much.
So we established last episode, but of course, whenever we first got to back to Figmont, there's a festival going on, and Cuddlesworth, as Cuddlesworth does, is just going to follow the food. And so after he was given some legs of animals, he ate and just walked off. And there was a kind of a cutaway at one point where Cuddlesworth was at a eating contest, just eating up all the food. And nobody was going to stop a bear from just smashing down on some food. So Cuddlesworth was off by himself. But does anybody want to give a little bit of a recap about what happened? Aside from the little snippets that you guys have said.
Mr. Gentleman got kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let you tell the story.
Well, Mr. Gentleman got kidnapped and then met the mob boss for the people who he rents his business from. And I made a very funny bird joke that nobody will understand except for other bird rehabbers like myself. But I was proud of it. Mr. Gentleman was, of course, a piece of shit, got his pinky chopped off, got replaced by a sick porcelain pinky, and then just got kind of thrown back out in the wolves. And then he met up with his friends, and then when asked what happened, Mr. Gentleman kept crying about somebody stealing his pinky because they did not like pizza parties. And then we went to a bar and we all got drunk and we all did karaoke and Smoke did great and Mr. Gentleman did great and Dee Dee did something. And then the rest is a blur. Crystal had a great one-liner, which is now on some merch that you can buy from the Halfling Wizard Productions store. Yeah, that's all I wrote down. And it's so bad that Dan left.
No, it's good. No, I'm listening still. I have my headphones in. I'm just bringing stuff for potentially later.
Oh God, there's prop work?
No. All right, Connor. What happened with you?
Well, stuff, he says, checking his very sparsely taken notes from last session. The session before the last session, Dee Dee was part of the tarot reading from that one nice lady that we met on the road. And then from there, met up and kind of investigated the different equipment pieces that he had, including the exploding rat in the cage that just so desperately wants to die. And I can't wait to grant that wish when the time is appropriate. Beyond that, started tinkering, looking at a few things, joined up with everyone else, found Mr. Gentleman. From there, went and sang Put a Finger on It, because I thought that would solve Mr. Gentleman's sorrows. It did not go well. I wrote down an unnatural 1 because I have a negative score to all of my charisma skills because, why not? Yeah, it ended in a very revolutionary, enragey yelling at a bunch of people in a bar for not sharing the same emotional wavelength. At which point, then I found a lovely gentleman at the bar, and we struck up a wonderful conversation talking about the Crimson Covenant, a conspiracy theory society that meets twice a week. The gentleman that I met, I don't remember who gave him the name. It might have been me. Who's to say? Said Mr. Top Hat. And then I wrote something. I said new friend, and then gave me something. A card, because I write like a drunk 5-year-old. Yeah, had a wonderful time. It was great. And then from there, I believe we ended the last session that Dee Dee was being the bestest wingman possible, holding Mr. Gentleman's hair, patting on the back, as we then crawled back out into the wilds to continue our darling pub crawl for drunken rejuvenation. Yeah.
Rejuvenation.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Mr. Gentleman did what Finn does when Finn gets too inebriated and just goes on drunk girl adventures.
So, as you do, especially
As you do.
when you get your finger cut off.
Yeah. You gotta
You gotta
turn
rally
into
somehow.
Freeman. Yeah, you gotta turn into Martin Freeman. You just gotta start screaming, "I'm going on an adventure" in the streets.
For the streets.
Yeah.
All right. And Lisa, you want to give a little bit more of a breakdown of what happened with you?
Yeah, I also went to the tarot reading and also ended up in the bar singing karaoke where I actually rolled an amazingly good performance check. So that was fun. Met up with an old mercenary friend that I can't remember his name for the life of me, and I can't find where I wrote it down. And then we had a good chalk and kept drinking and drinking. Everybody left. I passed out at the table and then went to this wonderful little place where I became a real panther and met this 6-legged, multi-tailed cat on top of a mountain. And we had a very riddle-filled philosophical discussion about, knots in the yarn of life, and how you overcome the obstacles and keep going. And he let me name him, and I called him Handsome Jack. I don't know why, that just struck me at the time, I guess. And then I woke up and I'm not sure if that was real or if it was a dream, and I think we ended right when I woke up. So.
Mm-hmm. And that's what will take us into this session. So, in the morning of in Figmont, where would
the
you
morning
say
after the night before?
Yeah, morning after the night before. Where would you guys think Mr. Gentleman and DD are at this point?
I think I'll leave this up to my dearest sibling to decide, honestly,
How dare you?
where this would end up. I know exactly what
How-
Dee Dee would do, regardless of where we go. But please tell us where we are.
Dare you? Why do I have to be the one to fucking do the legwork of being funny here? I think they ended up back at the nearest park, and since I have control over this scenario now, Mr. Gentleman is in a tree, passed out, drunk. Can he climb trees? No. Did he get into a tree? Yes. Is he gonna get down? Probably not. And I think Dee Dee has burrowed himself a hole underneath the park bench, and he's snuggling with a goose that was in the pond at the park.
Okay.
Yeah, I could back that up.
Is
I would.
Is that what you
the
were
only-
gonna say?
The only addition that I would make to there is that Dee Dee would very, very specifically choose the position to provide the most amount of like field of fire like visual coverage, while also providing a speedy exfil to the tree.
I've got one more thing to add. It's not a real goose. It's a decoy goose.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes.
So Dee Dee's snuggling up, or Mr.
He
Gentleman's
doesn't
snuggling
know
up?
that it's a decoy. That's
Yeah,
Dee
no.
Dee. Dee Dee is snuggling up on the decoy
Okay.
goose, and he doesn't
Yeah.
realize that it's a decoy goose.
Yeah, it's like Dee Dee has now adopted a new like field sergeant and is now training this field sergeant goose drunkenly before, and is now passed out while holding the goose with like dagger out, shield up, in full like ready stance underneath this, basically like a duck blind that he has now made from underneath this park bench, with a full coverage of the entire area where Mr. Gentleman has now set up in a sniper's nest, because that's
Right. Set up.
But is Dee Dee asleep too?
yes, without a doubt.
Okay.
Dee Dee 100%
So-
was like, okay, now you take watch.
Yep. No, that's exactly
And
it.
then
It's like- Yeah.
Mr. Gentleman, can you watch for me? And then before.
He asked the decoy duck to
Yeah, I would-
do watch.
I would ask this untitled goose and say like, Field Sergeant, you will cover us, as I will now take my break. I will be back in 6 hours due to a racial feature that I have. And then immediately just burn out.
So yeah, you pass out. It is the morning. And all you hear is a familiar voice say, "What you doing? You hunting out here in the park or something?" And you see kind of squatted down beside you is Olive Embers, the peppermint tiefling that you guys had met on the way back to Figmont.
Next to Dee Dee or next to Mr. Gentleman?
Next to Dee Dee.
I'm in a tree.
Yes. Mr. Dee Dee. Dee Dee, like just immediately snaps up and into like full awake mode. Like if you think of the opening cinematic shot of the first season of Lost, where it's just like an eyeball and just and a pupil. That's it, and then just and like holds up, standby ready, and goes, Field Sergeant, report. Miss Embers, fancy seeing you here. Have you come to join the front?
I'm not one to really enlist, but thank you for the offer.
Anytime.
Where are your other friends?
Well,
Aside from the one up in the tree.
Well, I see you have spotted our my fearless general leader, Mr. Gentleman, and in his assumed sniper's nest. This is my new field sergeant, who currently untitled. Okay, we'll come back to that. As for everyone else, I believe we're all out on our separate recon missions at this time. I'm not at liberty to divulge information of our movements here in the field. Miss Embers, what are you doing out here?
Walking through the park.
Ah,
Just that's exactly what I'm doing. Walking through this public park.
yes.
I was gonna go back to the festival. I've heard some weird things going on.
Oh.
Anti.
What's insight? I'll give you some insight. Wait. Oh wait, no, I was thinking of the other character that I have. Okay, we'll see how this insight goes. Hang on. Don't tell me, don't spoil it for me. It is a 16.
It's a 1.
It has
16.
a 1 in it.
I didn't ask for insight, but maybe I said something.
I'm sorry,
You
I
did,
thought you
though.
said insight in a sing-songy voice.
No,
As if I should roll it. I'm so
no.
sorry, Dan. I just wanted
It's
to roll
okay.
it.
You're fine.
Okay.
What you
I heard
saying
the
with your
same thing.
insight?
Okay.
Okay. You see that she is very concerned with what's going on in the festival area as she's talking to you. But she says, yeah, they said something weird going on. And I figured I'd go peruse because I don't want any of my usual festival things going on. Events getting messed up with whatever this big top thing is.
I see, Miss Embers. Well, I would be very remiss if I let you go in an unescorted way. If I have learned one thing at Mr. Gentleman's School of whatever the fuck he called it before, it is that you should always escort your friends through public parks and places, because that might propel forward the plot. So if you could give me just a few moments to rouse Mr. Gentleman from up there, I would be happy to escort you and accompany you to the festival, if that's something that you would be interested in.
I will gladly wait for my gallant knight and his whatever the fuck that guy is up there. And yeah, I'll just wait. And just she pulls out a candy cigarette and just goes and sits at the bench.
Dee Dee blushes and then realizes, like, looks over to his side at this field marshal untitled goose and goes, I don't, sure, that sounds, yeah, Field Marshal, please stay here and escort Miss Embers, or maintain guard position over Miss Embers. I will go, yes, and then Dee Dee will just scurry out like a just an unhinged squirrel and just over to the bottom of the tree and start knocking on the tree. Mr. Gentleman, please, Mr. Gentleman, sir, please, it is time to arise. We have a new mission, Mr. Gentleman. Mr. Gentleman.
Just fully, just passed out over the fucking, over the branch.
All right, I have a.
I got you.
Plan.
And she snaps her fingers and shoots an eldritch blast at the branch, and the branch falls out from underneath Mr. Gentleman.
I would like to use my telekinetic feat to push Mr. Gentleman 5 feet upwards.
No, just let
right before hitting the ground to kind of like arrest that momentum and
Uh-huh.
just a little.
Okay.
No, just let him hit the ground. Let him wake up that way. He deserves it.
As you're using this newly acquired teleconnected feat, focusing, how does it look as you like make the branch stop in the air as you wanted it, but then Mr. Gentleman just full on
I think what it is that Olive Ember snaps and shoots the Eldritch Blast, and it goes in like slow motion as Dee Dee follows in slow motion with like I don't know, what's a common like love song?
bullet time.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
bullet time
okay.
love song where it's just this like I have never loved anyone like this before, and the like follows the Eldritch Blast and sees the explosion, and Dee Dee turns back and looks at all of Embers with this like heart-shaped eyes, and just kind of like extends a hand out to force push, and just completely not looking, just hits the branch instead of Mr. Gentleman, just whoom, and then
Mr. Chelman just hits the ground and goes, oh, what in tarn it? I mean, good morning.
Mr. Gentleman, sir, I believe we have a new mission, sir, and it is to escort Miss Embers here to the festival to see the weird goings on. If that is all right with you.
Oh, a morning. Oh, oh God. Oh, what happened last night? A morning promenade through the promenade. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Wonderful. Oh God. Oh
Mr.
God.
Gentleman, are
Okay.
you quite well?
I need to
He's
vomit.
hungover.
Yes. You
Okay.
are quite informed. Miss Olive Embers, wonderful to see you again. I am so sorry to have you see me in such a state. I shall act as a chaperone for you to courting young individuals. So please continue on, and I shall be chaperoning from a safe distance behind you post haste, so that I may vomit. Bork.
All right, just I guess keep up, and just she starts walking off.
Dee Dee is super torn here between wanting to walk with Miss Embers, but also wanting to escort Mr. Gentleman, and just kind of like, and goes for the goose and pulls the goose out, and
Mr.
then
Mr. Gentleman reaches for Dee Dee and just like death grips onto his little almond shoulder, pulls him in close, and says, I told you that I would chaperone your courting. Now get the fuck up there and make me proud, Dee Dee. And remember, Pinky's out. And he just pushes Dee Dee forward.
Yes, Mr. Gentleman, holding goose, Pinky's out, and just and heads up to catch up to Miss Embers.
So who's your little friend there?
Oh, this is this is my goose. I realize now that this goose may or may not be a living goose, but it is my goose, and this goose belongs to me. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Petting with Pinky out. Yeah, that's not necessarily important, and he'll kind of put the goose in the backpack rucksack that he has. So head's like poking out over shoulder. Ooh, that's important. Okay, cool. Love that. Anyway, yeah, head's poking out over shoulder. So Miss Embers, could you tell me more about these strange happenings going on here at the festival?
Well, they said this big tent popped up in the middle of the night yesterday.
Oh, that's
not really vibing with the rest of the festival. Like they weren't even really on theme with everything else. Being tapas and everything. They just kind of set up a bunch of food stands, and then not before long this morning, I overheard as I was at the tavern that they're saying some kids are missing.
This is Dee Dee will look over the shoulder at Mr. Gentleman and say loud enough to be able to hear of like this sounds like a job for some serious heroes. Missing children should always be top priority.
Exactly. So figured I'd see what was going on, seeing if I could help anyway, and I don't know, burn some shit down too.
Dee Dee trips.
I'm so sorry to interrupt your. Oh God, I do apologize for interrupting your lovely conversation, Miss. But I was eavesdropping, as I do. Miss Embers, what is it exactly you do for a profession?
I kind of solve problems.
Are you also in the adventuring hero business?
I mean, I dabble a little bit. I don't really need it. I get plenty of money and stuff like that from folks. But at the same time, I just kind of float around, do some things.
A freelancer, perhaps. So,
Yeah.
if you would forgive me asking, why does a strange tent popping up intrigue you so? Is it simply because of the missing children?
I mean, that adds to it, definitely. But I don't know. There's definitely a whole weird feeling I got whenever they talked to me about it. They said
And
that at first it was one of the things that was kind of drawn in crowds was this clown. And it seems like things kind of went south after the clown invited a bunch of people in.
Did the clown perhaps have any red balloons? Perhaps that floated?
He has a bunch of different colored balloons, but somebody said that they recognized him, but he was a little bit different than when they saw him a few days ago. His name is Hee Haw.
Hee Haw. Hee Haw. Is it
The comedian.
is this a horse?
I got no clue. But they said he was telling some bad jokes the other day that nobody was really laughing at. And it seems like he's got a new act or something.
And how many children have gone missing that you know of?
They said it. I mean, they said it was about a dozen.
A dozen? In a day?
Overnight. It's already, it's a big festival.
Oh gods, we do have to care
It
about
seems
this.
like by
All
the
right,
time
continue.
it seems at the point of them realizing that the ride wasn't turning their kids back, things started going real weird, real south, and so everybody's kind of steered clear of it.
Oh, all right. Well, you two continue on your promenade. Dee Dee, perhaps you and Lady Embers can continue forth to the carnival, and I shall go and collect our compatriots? Question mark.
Yes, Mr. Gentleman, that would be great. And Dee Dee is actively wiping the anime blood nose from Olive Ember, saying she's going to burn some shit down. It's just, yeah, I'm all ready to go.
God, man.
At this point, you guys are walking by some taverns, and out of one of them being the Wailing Sirens bar. Smoke comes out of it, having just been kind of pushed out by the owners. Oh,
Wonderful.
There's one of your
I
friends
will
there?
not forget this treatment. I gave you my patronage and my money, and I can't even take a nap.
It's not that. It's just you threw up over everything.
Perhaps if you served better alcohol, this would not be problem.
Ma'am, I just work here, okay?
You two continue
just-
on. I shall collect our friend, if you'll excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Olive.
Okay. So, yeah, she continues walking. She's like, okay, well, there's one of your friends. Do you know where the others are? Talking to Didi.
I look to my left, expecting to see Cuddlesworth come out of the other side.
He's not. But she says, I mean, there were food stands at the front of this big top. So maybe we'll find them there.
That does seem to be the most likely direction to go here. Yeah.
So as you guys are walking, you do go around the corner, and I mean, you guys have already spent like a day and a half or so around the festival. I mean, it was pretty much shoulder to shoulder at times, bustling, ton of people. But as you go around this corner, a completely
Ghost town.
different vibe is going on. As there are just nobody on the streets, almost like a hazy kind of fog is hanging over. There are several big food stands leading up to this ginormous red and white and blue striped big top with a big smiley clown face at the front of it that says Hee Haw's Funhouse. And at one of these food stands is a giant bear leaning over grabbing food. Plenty. As this robotic kind of man is accosting him. Please, sir, you cannot it is not all you can eat. As this robot is talking to Snugglesworth.
He's not listening at all. He being very sleep deprived has just been eating for the last probably 36 to 48 hours. So he's just grabbing more food. Just trying to hold off the sleep with eating.
Please
I love that
leave,
for him.
you animal. And just like karate chops him in the back.
No effect. He just keeps grabbing more food.
I hate working here. As he just almost kind of gives up and just stands there waiting for other people to come by. Would you like some sticky corn? As he sees Olive Embers and Didi walking up. No, thank you.
No, thank you. No, that's fine. Excuse me, Cuddlesworth.
He's gonna stand up from bending over the table and probably hit his head on like 3 or 4 different things.
No.
And just a mouthful of food and 2 arms fold.
Cuddlesworth, we're starting another adventure. Would you like to join us?
He shrugs. He just still chewing and holds out some corn.
I mean, how would you like some clown flesh to go with that corn?
People don't taste good. As he's just chewing.
I
Well,
heard
Is
the
this-
stuff that tastes really good is in there.
My mind goes to that old joke. Does this taste funny to you? Uh,
We'll get to that joke once we get to the clown. Olive Embers grabs a few of the sweet dogs and sticky corn. She's like, "Come on, over here. Do you want some more of these?"
Jingle jangle.
Yeah, she's probably like dropping him on the ground and he's picking him up, just following him.
Just a piece of candy.
Yeah, pretty
Piece
much.
of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. There are so in front of you don't see anybody except for you see a couple figures at the front of this funhouse. A very old looking crone-esque woman covered in rags is cranking this organ grinder while a zombie looking monkey is dancing near her feet.
Oh God.
An odd looking mine cart carved and painted to resemble a silver chromatic dragon sits on a metal rail behind the organ grinder.
you
This
have a
is
twisted.
quite
You have a
disturbing.
twisted mind, Dan.
Yep.
It's spooky season.
I
Yeah.
guess so.
This is the time to do it.
Is this our Halloween episode?
Surprise.
Whoa! It's a trick
Have,
and a treat.
The only thing I asked my players before we started was, how do you guys feel about clowns?
Any
Hate 'em.
triggers there?
No? Okay, great. We're just jumping in.
Mhm.
Have
Hey, how do you guys feel about clowns? Oh, starting soon.
Exactly, pretty much.
Have Mr. Gentleman and Smoke caught up with the rest?
Yes, at this point,
Okay.
with the whole food stand debacle, you guys have caught up.
Now, Lady Smoke, I do want to let you know that it appears that our good Dee Dee may have a crush and/or is considering courting our tiefling friend. And so I believe if we give him the center stage in this matter, perhaps, to try and make him look good, to help a brother out, so to speak.
Yeah, I can do this.
As you say that, you
Did
look
your
up.
did your finger grow back?
No, to still porcelain. I shall one day get my pinky back, but for now I must be strong, as gentlemen are. Lady
Now,
Smoke, allow me to.
what is up with this place? I didn't hear the whole story.
Allow me to fill you in quickly as a black title screen rolls by, and now you are up to speed as we come back from our commercial break.
Anyone who would hurt children does not deserve to live on this earth.
I quite agree. So, shall we?
Yes.
After you, Lady Smoke.
You
And I think now we have joined our group.
Mm-hmm. At this point, you guys get up to seeing clear. It is very much a very white-haired woman. And she says, "Oh, welcome. Are you to enter Happy Hee-Haw's tent, her fun house? Or would you like to enjoy my little monkey's dance?" Monkey just doing a monkey dance. Woo, 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 woo.
Monkey is cute, but the mission is there.
Okay, well,
Good lady, pray tell, what exactly goes on in the funhouse?
your wildest dreams.
Oh, I believe my dreams are too wild for this establishment.
I must tell you of my dream when it is a more opportune time.
Oh
Well,
yes, I would love to hear it.
maybe there's some dreams you've never even imagined. Only one way to find out. As she says that, right on cue, the dragon minecart almost sounds like it's like unbuckled, ready to go down the track. Olive Embers
How big?
kind of.
How big is the tent? I mean, is it look big enough to support a roller coaster track? Or is it kind of like it doesn't look that big, but
It does not look that big. It looks like kind of what you would fit like on a city square. But at the same time, this roller coaster, like it's got like 4 carts on this roller coaster. It's got enough for like several groups of people to be on each cart. So
Perhaps it's bigger on the inside, Lady Smoke.
perhaps.
Olive
Dee,
Embers-
being that you,
liminal
Dee, being that you, being that you are our most heroic adventurer, would you like to take the lead and sit in the front on this?
Yeah, that sounds like something a brave adventurer would totally be fine doing.
Trying to talk you up. You know?
That's great. I would be
Counterpoint.
And
honored.
Miss Embers, since
Quick counterpoint there. Though, if I'm not in the front,
Miss
I might
Embers,
not be able
perhaps
to.
since you know the
fit.
most.
What, Snugglesworth?
If I'm not in the front, the gravity might hold us back. We could go faster if I'm in the front, but if I'm not, then we probably wouldn't make it up anywhere if we're going up on this track.
I'm sure it doesn't matter. And Olive Embers gets up in the front too. She's like, "How about you get in the back, and then maybe that'll make the momentum more fun.
Okay, sure.
Give us a little bit more drag."
I
Is
will.
Dee
I'll
Dee's
get
gonna
in
clamber.
the second car.
Dee Dee's gonna clamber into the front row with Olive Embers, and just like as if somebody controlling Dee Dee has like a decade's worth of industry experience with this. We'll start saying, well, actually, when they usually test roller coasters, they put more weight up in the front because that's usually safer, because then you increase the speed of the car because all of the weight in the front then forward. That's one of the reasons why when you ride in the back, you get a little bit more of that fishtail aspect. So actually having more weight in the back decreases the pleasure of the ride because you want all that front loaded up here. But I'll just sit up here because I'm super dense.
But she says, that's fine.
I've
like
been
it
a roller
slow.
coaster mechanic for a decade, so this is
Yeah,
unfortunately too close to home for me, but I'm having a great time.
She gets in there too, and she's like, okay.
Mr. Gentleman pulls out a notebook and scribbles down very quickly, tell Dee Dee to stop mansplaining.
Is it mansplaining or is it an autistic hyperfocus? Who's to say?
Who's to say?
It-
She's like, all right.
Well, who's to say?
Is Mr. Gentleman clambered into?
Second
Okay.
car with smoke.
Okay. All right. As soon as you guys all sit down,
Is it a double wide
a little.
situation?
Oh yeah, it's double wide. There's more than enough room. But as you guys all sit down, the little rails handles come down, and this woman turns back to you guys and she says, "Have fun in there," as the roller coaster lurches forward. As it lurches forward, it lurches right into the mouth of the clown. As you start going, first you see darkness, and then you start seeing bright lights flash, as it's very reminiscent of in the Willy Wonka movie, if you've seen the tunnel scene of just flashing lights moving around, as you guys seem to go for good like 20 to 30 seconds before all the lights suddenly stop. You're gonna need to make Constitution saving throws. Oh well, who has a Constitution score of 15 or less?
I am at 15.
I have 13, but I rolled a 15.
Okay. DD, go ahead and roll 2.
I sure will.
And Snugglesworth?
I have an 18 Constitution, and
Nice.
my
You're
total
good.
roll was also an 18.
You're fine. And Olive Embers is gonna roll. She succeeds. As you guys lurch to a stop, Mr. Gentleman, you're not sure if it's because of the combination of all the alcohol that you had, or just that you've never experienced that kind of roller coaster. But you now have, you're now poisoned. As you battle the nausea and dizziness of this ride through this roller coaster.
Just like Finn would do in real life. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I will
am
look at
immersed
Mr.
in the
Gentleman and immediately push her head down towards her knees and say, breathe.
Oh.
Mr. Gentleman pukes.
I just vomit all over my nice shoes.
Just vomit.
Just
Yeah, because you failed to save by 5 or more. So you
yeah, I did.
you're vomiting profusely.
Yeah, I am.
As you get to it's a wooden dock, and in it is a ginormous. I mean, I've already said that the tent was big before, but this feels like you're in like the size of what the mayor's office was. Kind of like it is enormous in here. The in terms of the big top, like looking up, you just see almost like a sheen of like the cover of the tent, but it seems like almost like there's like stars on the top. But
We are having
Yeah,
medical
there's-
crisis back here.
Lady
Oh.
Smoke, I'm dying.
Just breathe,
Oh.
Mr. Gentleman.
Do you think some more alcohol would help? And she like hands a flask over.
No.
Okay, all right, that's
I
fine.
want my pinky back
I
and a
think
pizza
Oh.
party.
I like to imagine that as we stop, because Cuddlesworth had handfuls of food, there's also just food spread along everyone and their hair and the carts, in the vomit, in the cart, just everywhere.
Yeah, they're leading. So off of the platform, there's red velvet ropes leading to a waiting room. A large white crate painted with colorful polka dots rests in the center of this room. Cubbies and dusty and abused by years of guests sits along the west wall. Two small doors and a large door are across the north wall. A painting of a clown hangs above the large door. A paper banner dangles from its teeth that reads, "Welcome to the Funhouse." Along the east wall, two wooden tables covered in loose papers are divided by another door with a sign above it reading, "Only Hee Haw's personnel beyond this point."
If a clown pops out at us, I'm going to vomit on it, and I hope you're all okay with that.
Mr. Gentleman, I think I can help a little bit. And Dee Dee's gonna pull out like a little tiny set of tools and go right on the ground at Mr. Gentleman's feet, on the fancy shoes, and do some magical tinkering. And I would like to imbue the shoelaces with some magical tinkering magic, because I can. Hang on, where'd it go? The object continuously emits your choice of an odor or nonverbal sound. So for the odor, I'd like it to be the odor of like roses to cover up the
Okay.
smell of
The
puke.
vomit.
Yeah, just to see if that'll ease. Maybe not roses, but like something soothing for the tummy, like a eucalyptus type or mint type flavor. Just a little. Da. That way, I'm like, it's like a
Ginger.
scratch and sniff set of shoelaces.
Make it like a ginger smell.
There you go. Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
ginger. That's it. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Now I just need somebody to compliment me on my shoelaces.
Did you say that out loud?
No, that's Finn saying
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Because Finn would invoke the oldest joke on the internet.
Those are some pretty nice shoelaces.
Thanks, I stole them from the president. It's a joke for me and two other people.
Do you feel good? Do you feel good about that?
Also, thank
Really
thank
good.
you, Connor. I appreciate
welcome.
that.
We have to
That's a
progress the
real
story.
that's
You're
a real
welcome.
sibling looking out for
I
their
got you,
younger
dog.
sibling. Yeah.
Okay, so velvet ropes are set up going across. What are you guys gonna do?
There's a cubby for our stuff outside of the like this entrance a little bit?
There are cubbies to the left. Yes.
Okay. Are there any possessions in those cubbies right now?
Yeah. Go ahead and go if you want. You can go check them out.
I do.
Like,
I do want
are
to
there
check them.
children's things? Like children went in but never came back for their things?
You can see that the stuff that are here are look like they were abandoned things that somebody got from like the house. Go ahead and roll a D100.
Who?
Anyone that wants to check on
I'll do it. I'll lose
the
another
junk.
pinky. 76.
Okay, let me see. 76. Let me see. Okay. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 2d6s.
2d6.
Yeah.
Got a 1 and a 3.
All right, 1 and a 3. You find let me see. Roll a d4.
Oh my god. I'm getting scared now. 3.
You find 5 boom gun shells.
Am I gonna have to Google that?
They look like shotgun shells almost to us.
God.
Hey, what you doing with those over there?
You
I
can keep
don't
on,
know.
you guys can keep on looking through the junks if you would like.
Yeah, I'll take a look.
Yep, me
Okay.
too.
Okay.
All right, 2d6.
All right. Lisa, do you want to do yours first? And I'll, since you
Yeah, I
already rolled
rolled
yours. I'll
a 10.
All right, so I just let me know that the 2 dice numbers.
4 and 6.
Okay, you find a souvenir shirt that says "Hee Haw's Funhouse," and it has like a very cartoonish clown smiling thumbs up.
Okay.
DD
2 and a 6.
a 2 and a 6. You find an emerald ring.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Ooh.
that doesn't
Hey,
sound
if
like
the
a
rest
curse
of
at
this
all.
date goes well, you can use that for something good.
I think you're jumping ahead there, Mr. Gentleman.
I said nothing that was out of character above table, DD.
Oh, sorry.
I was
Sorry.
thinking,
That was my god
I was
voice.
thinking the same thing.
DD scratches his head and goes, "Oh, I guess you really would like me." Or what's my tagline? Hang on. You'd be lucky if it really was just crazy. Goes about staring at this emerald ring.
Lady Smoke, remember, I'm from the Regency era. If you're not engaged by the end of your first date, you're doing it wrong.
Embers finds a bag, a whole 1 pound bag of sugar.
Nice.
She's like, "What the hell? Why would this be a souvenir? Who would leave this here?"
I mean,
Who would
that's like
leave
basically
around-
blood for you, isn't it?
Taryn, 2d6. And then tell me how they fall, the first and the second. It's okay. A 4 and a 1. You find a 2-inch diameter glass orb.
Also interesting.
And there seems like there's a couple more things. If 2 more people want to roll.
I'm gonna do it. 2d6.
2d6.
Me too.
I got a 6 and a 1.
All I got was a lousy t-shirt.
Finn, you find a slingshot.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's coming with me.
And
A 2 and a 4.
Smoke, you find a 6-inch tall porcelain collectible figure of a funhouse gallery member that looks kind of like they have some kind of tusks coming out of their mouth, but they look a little bit like a rounded teeth. And like a big nose almost.
This is perplexing.
This is very strange.
I'm not sure if I like this at all.
We are finding nothing staying out here. We must go in.
All right.
I remember running into a gentleman named Hee Haw when I was first in town. He was a stand-up funny person, but he was not funny and the crowd booed him.
Oh dear. Do you think because of that he turned to a life of evil? Was that his villain origin story?
I only... Possibly.
This just seems like there's not really anything evil. I mean, aside from very foreboding looking, outside I don't see anything wrong right now. Also, that crate is foreboding, though. Ember points at the big white wooden box in the center of the room.
Oh, you know that if we approach it and touch it or do anything to it, it's going to spring to life and scare us.
Something's bad's going to happen, probably.
Do you want me to shoot it?
We all know that.
I can
shoot it.
Do we want to shoot it?
We could.
You could shoot it if you'd like.
Yeah, we could shoot it.
I mean,
do you have slingshot? Yes.
I do have slingshot. Yes. Dee Dee, would you like to do the honors though, since it was your idea?
Yeah, I'm definitely fine with that. Do we want to? I'll just yeah, okay.
Show off your marksmanship.
Oh, Mr. Gentleman, yeah, that means quite a lot. And Dee Dee will pull out his enchanted dagger and flip it around in kind of like a twirly motion to try and show off. Fumble a bit and then point it at the box and then stick the pinky out, and I will cast Firebolt at the box.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
A Firebolt
attack roll.
Yeah, I'd love to. It's a 23.
Ooh.
It hits.
Yay!
So by hitting it, you don't even have to roll damage. As you hit it, you see the poof, the smoke of your firebolt hitting it, and then all four of the sides of this box creak and fall as you see a enormous hippo just sitting there, and he's holding a sign that says "Welcome to Hee Haw's" in his mouth. And he starts kind of hopping over from side to side.
That's actually pretty good. Hi there.
He kind of shakes his head up and down.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you alive, Hippopotam? Sir Hippopotam? Are you alive?
He turns his head a little bit and then starts dancing a little bit more.
Are you here of your own volition?
Are any of you guys walking close to it?
Absolutely not.
Okay. You see that very far away, you see that he has a little, like almost like a paper tag somewhere on him, but he's just shaking his head up and down.
I need you to do me a favor. If you want us to take that paper tag from your collar, please dance.
Starts dancing.
Okay, that's what I thought. How about this one? I need you to dance if you are going to try to hurt us.
Start dancing.
There we go. All right.
Shakes his head a
Maybe
little bit.
these kids went missing because that's a fucking hippopotamus, and they're kind of, a big deal. Maybe they just didn't get past this point,
Perhaps they kill
It-
more people than sharks do per year. And
It lays
most
down.
people don't realize that.
It lays down and pushes it.
Wait.
It starts like almost looking like he's breakdancing.
Hippopotamus, I need you to do me another favor. If your name is Mudeng, I need you to dance.
He starts dancing.
There we go. This hippopotamus is going to kill us as soon as we approach it.
Well, we kind of have to go by it to progress, right? Looking in that direction.
I suppose we're not going to progress then.
Well, what of the kids, Mr. Gentleman? Think of the children.
Or we can also just walk around him.
Oh,
It's a big
Oh,
room.
yeah.
No, haven't you ever met Mudeng?
that's
Haven't
right
you
for it.
seen the reels?
Honestly, I can't resist. I kind of do want to go pet him. He
Okay.
looks real rubbery.
All right. Well, if you choose to do that, Dee Dee, why don't you go with Miss Embers? And
But I don't really want to die again. But okay, I guess.
what do you mean again?
What do you mean
Well,
again?
What do you mean again?
my whole origin story. We don't have time to get into it now, okay? I'm
Oh,
trying
God.
to be mysterious, I guess. So I'd like to look at this dancing hippopotam, and for that paper tag that's on it, is it like a mattress tag?
No, it looks like a name tag.
Like a name tag, okay. Okay. Alright. And it's dancing, and it's holding a sign that says "Welcome to Hee Haws."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how large is this hippopotamus?
An average size hippopotamus.
Average size, so
It
massive.
will swallow both Dee Dee and Mr. Denimon, and probably Smoke.
Got it. Okay. Miss Embers, I
would like to cast. I was going to cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. You
10 minutes.
Okay, perfect. So you you start talking to this. You hear this hippo, and he says, "Hey, you gotta. What you doing here?"
I need you to kill me.
Welcome to Hee Haws.
Can you tell me about this place? What is this place?
I don't really know. I'm just supposed to stay in a box. And I surprise people.
What
with
is
this
your
sign
name?
I got. My name's Bubby.
What
right
is
here
your
on the name
name?
tag.
Bubby?
Bubby Moodang.
God damn it.
It's a family name. But my name's too long, so I just put Bubby on this name tag. What's your name, cat lady?
What?
That speaks hippo?
I am Smoke. What can you tell me about this hee-haw person?
Oh, well, he's a really happy clown, as clowns do. Other than that, I haven't seen him in a while.
Have you... Apparently, from the festival, there are some missing children. Children like clowns. We thought perhaps they came in here. Have you seen children
I heard
last night?
children a while back. Yeah.
Do you know what happened to children?
No, not really. They went into the rooms back there. He points his head towards the north way. North part of the room with the two doors.
Are you here of your own volition? Do you need assistance in any way?
I mean, I kind of like it here, but if you have any like snacks or something like that, that kind of make my day.
Does anyone
can't-
have food for Mr. Booby?
His ears
I-
kind of flutter a little bit. You asking
I
for
have
food.
a watermelon.
I think he would like that very much.
Okay. Here you go, Moodang.
He puts the board down, and then opens his mouth, ready for a watermelon.
Heave ho! Toss the watermelon in there.
He pops it like a star, not a starburst, like a whatever those things are called. I mean, I guess he just pops it like a watermelon.
gusher.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
gusher. That's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
Gusher. Watermelon bits just fly everywhere as he just munches down. Olive Embers is like, "Do you want a bag of sugar?" I mean, I don't need it. He opens his mouth, which just pours the whole bag of sugar to his mouth. I don't know what hippos eat, much less hippos at a clown tent.
Well, from what I've seen of wildlife, they can eat almost anything. They cannot, however, eat fish hooks or tires.
Okay, well, we'll still clear that off of its food pyramid, I guess.
Good to know.
Uh,
I am
probably.
going
So,
to
go
go
on.
to doors now. It was very nice to meet you, Mr. Booby.
It was good to meet you guys too. I'm glad I didn't bite any of y'all.
Yeah, that would have been awkward. I can't understand you, but
Would have been
Bye.
very awkward if the hippopotamus bit us.
He is going to let us, we are fine to go. We are fine to go past Mr. Booby. He said
Oh,
he is
exciting.
glad he didn't have to bite anyone today.
oh, good. Us
Oh,
too. Thanks.
Wonderful.
He shakes his.
And he also
Over
said,
here.
he also says there were children here last night, but they went through doors, and he does
Oh.
not know what happened.
Got it.
Oh,
Well, at least he didn't eat them, so that's good.
So on the north side, there are. Okay, so there's the two door. There's the double side doors. Then there's two single doors on each side of that, and over all the way to the right are some wooden tables against the wall, with posters and pamphlets advertising the attraction.
I don't know why, but I
Perhaps there is a
immediately
map.
pictured.
We might need pamphlet.
Oh, good idea, Lady Smoke. I just immediately pictured like Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria in my head.
It kind of feels like that.
Ugh.
Kind of feels very abandoned.
I am understanding the assignment.
I want to take a look at the posters and stuff that are on the wall to
Mhm.
see what, if I don't know, yeah, just the Dad. What do they look like? I'd love to know.
So these posters are all different attractions in here. Some of them talking about the mirror maze, another talking about the different workers that work here, talking about Biggs, no fish can out swim his cast, and Lucy, the world's best baker, and all these different kind of giving them like almost like character posters, if you will, of like one of them says Windrag, no truant kids on his watch, and he's like giving a big finger in front of his face, like
Well, that one
and
seems sus.
seems like yeah, so all these different character posters. If you want, I can go through. There's several of them, but I just gave you like a few of them.
I think that's good. I think Dee Dee's just kind
Seems
of
like they're-
walking and eyeballing him.
Yeah, it seems like overall there's like 12 of these character posters.
Okay.
Are they like in front of specific like doors or corridors that are like down this way, find this one? Okay.
No, they're just all scattered on this table.
Okay. So do we just
but
wait
yeah.
here for the children, or
And it seems like there's two side rooms going north and one the double doors.
Two side rooms that go to the north.
There's three doors that go to the north. One of them the double doors, and then
Got
two
it.
single doors that almost kind of look like supply rooms.
Right. Okay. Dee Dee's going to look at those three doors and fish out the orb, the glass sphere that he uses, and whisper something and shake it, and point at the left door as the sphere itself like kind of glows orange and then fades out. Goes, I think we should maybe look at that one, the one on the left.
Olive Embers looks at you as you're looking at your orb. She's like, "What you got there?"
Oh, I talk to
Another-
spirits that no one can see, but you don't need to know about that yet. That's this is just our first date. I mean, this is our first adventure together.
Okay, keep your
Okay.
secrets.
I will, thank you.
Walks over. She's like, "All right, let's see what's behind door number 1." And she opens it up, ready to blast whatever is behind it. This area, it's this very small room that's dusty and forlorn, and at the corner there is a 1 foot in diameter hole in the wall, leading to like what you can only see is like a purplish blue, almost humming kind of or not full on flickering, but like pulsing light that you can't really see past a point if you look through the hole. She's like, "Okay, spooky hole. You want to check the other doors?"
Yeah, Yeah, that would probably be best. And Dee Dee will go over to the storeroom door on the right and like ready up, breach and clear style, and crack it open and take a peek around.
She also breaching clear style
Oh.
as her fingers guns,
Finger gun.
like
Love it.
ready to blast. And there are crates and boxes full of blank paper and flyers sitting all over this room. With what you can only see, you can see that there are certain things also scattered around here as well.
Okay. Like investigatable
like
item type things.
You can mess with the. You can interact with stuff, tilt them over, and you can find other things too.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, Dee Dee would share that.
For investigation.
We've got more storeroom over here, full of stuff.
Okay.
Any thoughts on? Should we go through it?
Fuck it.
Well,
Finders keepers.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not
fair.
very gentlemanlike to snoop through belongings that aren't yours. However, there are the lives of children to think of, so go for it.
Exactly. Okay. Dee Dee will go in and I guess if it's like a box or a crate, he will look at that first. Whatever's like on the left-hand side of the room, I guess.
Okay. Let me go ahead and just do these.
Oh no, are these the props?
No.
You know the props. I'll tell you when the props are showing up.
You find some rainbow-colored shoestrings.
Ooh. Did we steal them from the president?
A bundle of tulip bulbs. And a clump of berries.
Ah, okay. Excellent, thank you.
And then also you do see a 1 liter of gasoline.
Oh, shit.
The sound effect from the 2016 Doom reboot kicks in as I grab that, and it's just put that right up over there.
All right. Edwards is like, careful with that. We get too close to me, and there might be a spark.
Huh? Have fine. What you are?
All right, I'm just messing with you. And she goes over. She's like, all right, so we going through these big doors, or are we going to go through the doors over there that says personnel only? I don't feel like Hippo's going to stop us.
Yeah, I also feel like, it doesn't specify what type of personnel. It just says personnel. And I'm a personnel, you're a personnel, we're all personnel, right?
Dee brings up a good point.
Mr. Gentleman leans over to Smoke and goes, I don't think he needs my help. I think he might just be doing just fine on his own.
Wipes away another anime nosebleed.
Jesus
Drips it
Christ,
into the
never
gas
mind.
tank.
He needs more help. He needs more help than I could ever give him.
We will just be prepared to step in and save him from himself if he gets carried away. Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the greatest thing we could ever do. Thank you.
Okay.
What was that room with the creepy orb thing in there?
There's a hole.
There's a hole.
1 foot hole.
Can I go and look through the hole, please?
Mm-hmm. So you go and you look and you see him. It seems like he could. Are you small or medium size?
I want to say I'm a small lad.
You definitely feel like you could like somehow like worm your way in here, but
Almost as if this hole was made for me.
almost as if somewhere it was telling you that yeah, this hole was meant for you, but you wouldn't be able to turn around and do anything. Just look forward as you're kind of sucked into
And
this hole.
Keep going as the passage got tighter.
Mhm.
I can't like look through the hole and like see any hint of what's going on.
It's too dark, but at a certain point,
All right. Mr. Gentleman's gonna look back at his friends and say, I know what I must do. This hole was made for me.
Are you sure? 'Cause
Farewell, friends.
I mean, we're basically the same size, Mr. Gentleman. But okay, yeah, I'll get your back.
No, you stay here and protect our new friend and Lady Smoke.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm happy to. Yeah, yes, sir, Mr. Gentleman, sir.
I'm gonna go.
I do
go
not
into the
like
mysterious
this.
hole.
I do not like this plan.
I'm not too crazy about this plan either. Oh,
There's a mysterious hole, and you're just going to tell me I can't go in it?
that's fair.
I
What
was
could
built
be
for
at the
this.
bottom that we could not help you? You have already lost an appendage. I would hate for you to lose more.
Without my pinky, I have nothing left to live for.
I mean, that's
Is the pinky, the finger does not make the man.
No, but it is a basis of my teaching curriculum, and so it's important in a way. It's symbolic, even. You know what? I have an idea. And Mr. Jolman takes out his notebook again and scribbles something down very fast. And then he turns the page and scribbles another thing down very fast. And he tears those 2 pages out and he folds them up real nicely. And he holds one out to Smoke and one out to Dee Dee. And says, if I do not return, take these.
Oh, if you don't return,
Do
you want me
not-
to take them?
No, take them now.
Okay.
If I do
Dee Dee
not
starts
return,
to open it.
don't!
Whoa!
If I do not return, you may read these and act upon them.
are these
Oh,
last
as you
wills and
wish.
testaments?
In
Okay.
a way, yes. They're not technically legally binding because I didn't get them notarized because Lady Legal isn't here. However, I'm sure she would understand.
I am not
Okay,
taking
sure.
responsibility for your debts, am I?
Oh, no. They can harvest my body for science to pay those off.
If this is what you truly want, then I will not stand in your way, but I think it is not the best plan. But I believe
Well,
we have the right to make our own decision.
Well, I've never been much of a smart man, whether in money or in life. So, Sally ho. And he dives in.
It has been an honor to work with you.
Bye, little man. As you, uh, she, as you go into the tunnel, let me see.
I just want to say, if I die in here, my next character, if I'm allowed to make one, is an abomination. So good luck to everybody.
Let me see. All right, let me see where you end up. 7E. You tumble down into what seems like it kind of goes a little bit, and then it's straight up. You fall down a ladder
Oh.
into this little spot that's kind of lightly lit, and in
Okay.
front of you is almost like a multicolored rainbow slide
Okay.
that goes off to the right. If you, this place is very dark,
Mm-hmm.
but what you do see, of course, since you don't have dark vision, you do see like a reddish, like
Surely I have dark vision, right?
you don't have dark vision. We've
God
discussed
damn it.
this.
No.
You do see a red pulse
Okay.
up the slide a little bit.
Okay.
It almost looks like almost like a sporish kind of red pulse.
I'm gonna go for it.
You're going to step out onto the slide.
Yep. Yes, I am.
Okay. You're going to make go ahead and make an athletics check.
I think what you mean to say is I'm gonna fail an athletics check.
The first step you take, you
Uh-huh.
immediately slip and you start sliding down the slide.
Just defeated on his belly, just arms out, dragging behind him.
As you are sliding, you see a few like a couple of ball pit balls hitting you in the face as you go by like what looks like a little drain, and you land at this like tiled
Mm-hmm.
little spot with what it looks like a place that there is like humming going on here.
Like mechanical humming, like
You hear like just like a low humming noise coming from somewhere, but there is also a very thin tunnel that goes past these like walls. But you've finished off the slide. You're no longer at the slide.
okay.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out. What would you like to do?
I'm going for it. I'm just gonna keep walking forward.
Okay.
Ever so slowly.
Let me see. Okay. You start walking slowly forward.
Mm-hmm.
In this room, you see a open, empty room with what looks like what you had saw leading up to that slide.
Mm-hmm.
A very large, like reddish, like sore in the middle of this room, with like tiny little wisps coming off of it, like spores as well. To the left side of the room, you see a couple of doors at the end that go left and right.
Mm-hmm.
And then to the right, you see one more door going south And then all the way to the right, you see these very tiny little slithers of. It almost looks like tiny little tunnels, almost.
I want to go over to those little tiny slivers, and I want to see if I can look through them and see what might be in there.
You can. You look through. And you see, all you could see is like very dimly lit room at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's really far. But all you could see is you can almost see like maybe an object or something in the middle of it.
Okay.
But aside from that, it's really far away. It's probably about 20 feet away.
Okay.
20 to 30 feet. It's 20 feet of like small tunnel. Like only like a tiny creature could fit through.
Okay. Okay. Can I like make out what kind of object it is?
Make a perception check.
Okay. I have an idea. A 10?
You can't really tell. You can tell that it is very large. And you could also hear something almost. You can hear
something.
Maybe some hissing.
Hissing? Okay. Okay. Can I get my arm through the little like slat?
You can, yes.
Okay. Here's what I want to do. I want to put my arm through, and you said it's 20 feet away?
Let's see. It's about 20 feet. Let me see for sure.
Okay.
It is. Let me see. 5, 10, 15, 30. Nope, it's 30.
Okay. Never mind then. It will not work what I wanted to do. I'm gonna do something stupid.
Okay.
Can I pull out one of my pots? Oh, no, I don't even have to do that. I could just do something even worse. I want to take one of the shells that I got from exploring, and I want to load that into my slingshot, and I want to shoot it at the object.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I want to be dumb.
So this is going to be
I love it.
AC 23.
That sucks.
So we have a depressed gentleman tuned with a death wish.
Yeah.
It's very tough. I mean, it's a 5-inch like no, it's more like a pipe almost. It's not a pipe so much. It's very thin to go through. So what did you roll?
I didn't roll it yet.
Are you gonna want to roll it? Knowing
Yeah.
that?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll just load my save and keep trying until I get it.
Okay.
How do I roll? What do I do?
Those shotgun shells might be important, but
I got 5 of them. It's fine. All right, you want me to do something even stupider, Dan? I
Go
could do
ahead,
something more
I'm down for it.
stupid.
I'm down for everything. I'm not telling
Alright.
you no. I'm just letting you know the bar.
You know what? Here, I'll do something stupid.
Okay.
I'm gonna use one of my slapstick die, and I'm gonna summon one of my cream pies, and then I'm going to load part of it into my slingshot, and I'm gonna do that for infinite pie ammo.
Okay. All right.
So I'm just gonna roll for pie. Does a
Nope.
12 get me?
Does not.
Gonna roll for another pie with another piece
Okay.
of pie. Does a nat 1 get me?
Nope. All right. So while this is going on, we're gonna go back to Smoke and
I'll
Dee
take
Dee.
20 minutes doing this.
So Olive is just waiting there. She's like, "All right. So how long are we gonna be sitting by this hole before we just assume that she might be dead? He might be dead."
Well, I never want to
Mr.
assume.
Gentleman, are you down there?
Do I hear smoke?
Nope.
I'm going to open the note because she did not come back.
I mean, that's a fair point.
I said to wait if I
What
die.
does it say, Finn?
Well, it says, "My dearest Lady Smoke on the Water, I must ask you, upon reading this letter, upon my untimely demise, why you didn't wait until I was actually confirmed dead to open this letter. I trusted you. I thought that I could tell you my deepest, darkest secrets. And yet, by you reading this letter without my confirmed demise, I am now second-guessing myself. The safe combination is 42069. Do with that information as you wish."
Dee Dee goes, "That's a lie. We already tried that. that was the first one we tried."
Mr. Gentleman is strange little man, but Smoke likes him.
Well, hopefully they're not dead down there.
Perhaps we should continue on, and I don't see how he could climb back up. Maybe we should go forward and maybe we will find him or find a body.
Yeah, that works for me.
I mean, I also don't mean to like step on anyone else's like heroic toes, but I am serious. Mr. Gentleman and I are basically the same size, so I could always just go in and confirm the kill and then go from there.
And then open your letter.
Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to go down there, I guess you can. We'll just wait here. I
Okay.
guess.
I'll be back. So, Miss Embers, I have something
Just tell
for
me when you get
and-
back.
Okay. I was gonna kind of do like a magic thing, but that's
No, I
You
like
don't want
magic. Go ahead.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay, cool, fantastic. So Dee Dee is going to find a sheet of paper from the other storeroom, right, and fold it up.
Mhm.
Try and do like a sweet little origami, and it's just a bundle at one point, and then we'll whisper something into it, and once again use magical tinkering. And I'm going to, whenever this is tapped by a creature, the object emits a recorded message that can be heard up to 10 feet away. You utter the message when you bestow the property on the object, and the recording can be no longer than 6 seconds long. So I'll say that, and it'll be about 5 seconds. And they go, okay, if I don't come back, please, Miss Embers, listen to this recording, and just hand over this bundle of paper on over.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Smoke, I've already told you everything that you need to know. But I'll be back. Don't worry, you know? And I'll go through the tunnel as well.
As soon as you go through the tunnel, she'll open it.
Hey,
It you uncrinkle the paper. Miss
I
Embers,
hate.
I just wanted you to know that I find you very pretty. And it cuts off.
Damn.
Yeah, I'll go through
Damn.
the tunnel.
All right. Okay. All right, you go through the tunnel. You end up like I had described before. You see a slide going off into your right. With a little bit of a. You have dark vision, right?
I sure do.
You see going up the slide is that a sore. It looks like a almost like a fungus.
Interesting.
And it's where in like that there are like spores coming off of it. Reddish black spores.
That's pretty gross.
And over to your right is the slide goes down.
Mm-hmm. Can I visually check out the spores to see if it's anything that I would, as having mycelium type stuff on me, is it something that I would be familiar with?
You can't from this far away. It's about like 20 feet up the slide.
I got
have
you.
to get real close to it.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, I will log that in my brain for later. Yeah, and I will head down the slide. What?
Try talking to it. Maybe it'll listen. Maybe it's sentient.
That's actually a really good point.
In mycelium.
I mean, I have Sylvan, which shares some of the same letters, but I don't think that's the same thing. Now I'll just I'll eyeball the spores cautiously, and then head down to the slide.
Heading down to the slide, you see what I had described before. You end the slide. You see a little hole in the ceiling with a couple more like ball pit balls coming down. You continue down the slide to like the end where you see a couple of walls here, and then it goes into like a small hallway, and you hear a hum as you walk by. And then you go into this big room where you see another sower on the ground humming as well. To the right, you see Mr. Gentleman standing in front of several pieces of just whipped cream all over the ground, as Mr. Gentleman has been trying to shoot pie down this very thin hallway.
I think
Mr.
at
Gentleman.
this point,
Okay.
Mr. Gentleman's just like Blair Witching it.
Just full snot stream.
Just Blair
Standing
Witching
in the corner.
Yeah.
Standing in the corner.
Just standing in the corner, perfectly still with his head down.
Oh, that's even the worser part, Blair Witch.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Dee Dee will come around and sorry, I'm making a taco in the next room. Dee Dee will come around and say, Mr. Gentleman, Mr. Gentleman, are you all right? Should I listen? Should I read the note now, Mr. Gentleman?
Just for funsies, I'm not going to say anything.
Mr. Gentleman, Mr. Gentleman, according to your previous trainings that we've had together, you have said in the past that if you do not respond when you are being hailed in such a way, that I am to open fire. And so this, for the third time, I shall ask you, Mr. Gentleman, are you well, or shall I open fire upon you?
Well, I mean, don't do that. You're taking the fun out of everything, Dee Dee.
Mr. Gentleman, I was so scared. Okay. All right. Please, Mr. Gentleman, don't ever do that to me again. Are you all right? What
I
happened down
cannot
here?
make that promise. What?
What happened?
Well, I got down here and I heard a strange humming, and I thought I could extend my arms in such a manner that I could collect the strange object that is down that hallway there,
Right.
but I could not, and so I thought instead perhaps I should take pieces of pie into the slingshot I found and hit the strange object to see if it's sentient, to see if it would attempt to stop me from
I see.
hitting it with pie.
I understand. Did you see what the object is?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's-
Can I go over and look at the object?
'Tis much too dark.
What's your size?
My size is small. I do have dark vision out to 60 feet.
You can see that this is a mass of things.
Oh,
That's all you can see without being closer to it.
got it. Okay. Mr. Gentleman, are you sure you want me to try and shoot this thing?
Why? Why? What's in there?
No, I'm just asking. I know it's a mass of things, and that's about it. So, if you're really hell-bent on opening fire on this, I will do so for you, sir. But,
Well, no, I just wanted to act recklessly because I was by myself, and now that you're
Oh.
here, I have to act non-recklessly. So,
I see.
no, we shouldn't fire at it. We should continue on with our adventure to see what else is down here.
Okay, I think that's quite understandable. Could I ask you one other follow-up question, though?
Of course.
Did your crossbow not fit in there? You know that really awesome crossbow that you got from the guy with the bar? Do you remember how we gave you that really awesome crossbow because you don't have any ranged defenses?
You know, Didi, in life, there are some things that you forget to do, such as adding a ranged weapon to your character sheet in time for the next session of Dungeons and Dragons.
Uh-huh.
And so, to answer your question, no, I did not.
I see.
And so that is why I decided to use one of my special powers to conjure a cream pie.
Right. No, I think that's great. Anyway, yeah, shall we
Did you
continue?
read my letter, Didi?
I did not.
Oh, perfect. Can I have it back, please?
What if you die?
Now that you're here, I promise I won't.
Man, that's fucked up. All right, here you go. Sorry, that was supposed to be out of character. That's a fucked up thing to say. In character, yeah, here you go.
Perfect, thank you. And then he just eats it.
Nice.
Get rid of all the evidence, Didi.
Cuts back to all of embers with smoke. Okay, so how long do we wait here until we assume they're both dead?
I think we're both just kind of standing there, not saying anything, looking down the hole eventually until we're waiting for one of us to break. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Which one
That's
of
what.
us
No,
going to be the
that,
one to say, "Shall we go
all
on?"
of us saying that. All of us the one saying yes. Like she's saying. So how long are we gonna wait here until we assume that they're both dead?
I prefer to think maybe they cannot climb back out, so maybe we should look for another way to find them, like through those double doors.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
What do you think?
Yeah, sure. I'm down for whatever. I guess I'll go first. She walks to those double doors. and she gets her finger guns ready. She's like, okay, let's see what's behind door number 3.
Somewhere
As
down
she
below,
open-
Dee Dee gets a nosebleed.
As
I just
she
sent-
opens it up to let's see what it is. What is this? Oh, there it is. The phrase "Happy Jack loves you." I mean, not Happy Jack. Hee haw loves you, and images of screaming and laughing demons and devils are painted on the walls of all these loose blocks of wood that are the walls around here. Olive looks, and she's like, I honestly don't fucking like this at all.
That's a mood,
How about-
Gabriella.
How about we go check out the personnel hallway instead?
I believe we should leave no door unchecked. So I am with you on this one.
Perfect. She goes over to the
And I will
personnel
open that
do not-
door.
You're gonna open that one? Okay. Opening
Yep.
that door, you see. Let me see. Not that one. 2. You see a very long hallway that has 4 doors, and then what looks like a hallway to the left, 4 more doors, and then a door all the way at the end of the hall. And she looks over to you, and she's like, "More doors. Guess to check, huh?"
Let's get started.
Okay.
First door.
I get the right doors. You get the left doors.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. I want the right doors. You take left doors.
Okay, that's fair.
Don't roll all these dice, Dan. That scares me.
The DM just ambiently throwing dice.
We went down a happy little slide. You start rolling dice when I open one door.
So I gotta write down all these things down.
Oh no!
Let's see if it was 3. 31.
Lisa, I'm so sorry we
Okay.
left you alone for this.
Oh my god.
So you see, Olive opens up one of the doors and she says, "Oh, hey, matching shirts!" And she has another Hee Haw's Funhouse shirt. You open a door and you see it is very light going down. You see a egg just on a little pedestal. Olive peeks her head over you. She's like, that's weird. But honestly, things behind doors is honestly better than a weird room with posters of demons and devils. So I think we're going down the right track here.
Okay.
Anything's better than satanic worship.
She opens up another door and she's like, "Hey, I got a bag of cinnamon."
Should have kept the sugar.
Should have kept the sugar. As that's what all also says.
We could have had French toast. Just saying, French toast is good.
So, do you pick up the egg?
Yes, I'm telling you, we're
There's
gonna
just-
make French toast. We have
All right, you
egg,
pick up
sugar,
the egg.
cinnamon.
And the next door that you open up, you see it's a little jar, and it's almost like a fiery kind of face in there. As this thing, you hear it say,
Hey, let me out of here! You! Yeah, you!
What are you?
What does it look like? I'm an imp trapped in a bottle. Well, I guess it's more of a jar, but where you headed? Can you bring me along? Please?
I'm gonna put it in my pack, but not open it.
"See," as you put it in a pack, you hear it say,
Thank you.
and then just you hear the muffle of it talking. You open up another, and you see the exhausted and battered form of a sleeping, like just a regular, like orcish guy lying crumpled in the corner of an otherwise completely empty and unremarkable small storage closet. Soft snores and fitful moans and cries come from this occupant who is obviously having some sort of terrible nightmare.
This could be trap.
So, do we just close the door?
Does he look like he's been like hurt or beaten, or
Does
does he
not
just
look
look
like
like
he's
he's
hurt.
tired?
Well, he looks a little beat up, but he doesn't look like he was bound here or anything. Just looks like he was sleeping.
We shall let him sleep.
Okay, make a stealth check as you close the door.
$15, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't do
With
both.
15. With dexterity. 15.
No, that was stealth.
Yeah, with
Yes.
stealth. Okay. Yeah, that. So with you guys put together, you succeed.
Oh,
As you slowly close the door.
okay.
She's like, okay. Sleeping guy room, got it. Where else are we gonna go?
Have we opened all the doors?
There's two
There
more
was, like-
doors.
Okay, let's do the other two. Leave no door unopened. Then we can close again.
You see in the last two doors, two of the doors don't have anything in them. And then the last two have a bonsai tree. And the last one has a dead snake in it. All that's
I
left
will
is
bring
a
him-
hallway.
I will bring bonsai tree and put in hallway. because I think Mr. Gentleman, should we find him, would consider that to be a gentlemanly pastime.
It kind of looks like a miniature version of the big fig tree in Figmont. If you kind of look at it, like squint at your eyes a little bit.
I will
I don't
take bonsai tree.
Perfect.
I will carry it, put it in the pack.
So now there is the door all the way at the end of the
Just a
hallway, or there's also a hallway going north.
We will go to the door all the way at the end of the hallway.
All right, going to the door all the way at the end of the hallway. You open it up to another room.
The hardest.
Let me see. You open it up to what seems like a mirror maze. As Olive looks at you and says, "What are we gonna do here?" It cuts back to Mr. Gentleman and DD. What are
Yes.
you guys doing now?
We are going to press on through the next door.
Okay. Let me see. Going through this next door.
We find all the missing children.
Yay, we did it.
All the missing children, the end. Okay.
All the missing children,
Let me see.
not the missing limbs.
All the missing children. Assembly required.
I just need
But
one
no.
more Five Nights at Freddy's joke, and that'll just do me for the rest of the night.
You bingoing it?
Yeah, I'm bingoing it. I'm
Wait, is that-
bingoing this session.
Is bingo one of them? I've never played Five Nights
Is
at Freddy's. I
bingo-
don't know.
No. Okay. So let me see. You're going through.
I know I can get all of the Markiplier viewers here in like 2 seconds if I'm set up correctly.
So there is a door going south, and
Mhm.
then all the way on the other side of the room, there are doors going north and south. Which one would you like to go down?
So there's a door going south, and what was the other one?
On the other side of the SOAR, there are two more doors going up and down, north and
Got it.
south.
Dee Dee, do you
Yeah.
know what that thing is up there?
The thing up there?
Yes.
If I had to put a word to it, I'd call it a sore.
Why,
Why? What would
moving
you
on
call
then.
it?
I don't
Okay.
know.
All right.
Gross, perhaps.
Yeah, no, that's good. A gross sore. I like that.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Which way do you want to go?
Which way would you like to go?
Where did the slide come out of?
You couldn't see past the SOAR. You couldn't see where it started.
Got it. Okay. When we went down the slide, was that the opening of the slide, or was that like a middle part of the slide?
The middle part.
Middle part. Okay. Cool. Okay. Well, I feel kind of weird going close to that thing because it seems like it would be a problem. So maybe we should try this other door closest to us that's not on the other
Sure.
side of the door first.
Yes.
And so we will do that door.
That door,
At that
as
door.
you open it, you can see at the end of the hallway, as you start walking down this hallway, you do see tiny little tunnels, kind of like what you saw Mr. Gentleman shooting at, go left and right.
Mhm.
And then you keep on walking and you start seeing the yarn. You start seeing yarn going up and down the walls. And then you get into this room that is just full of yarn. Miles of yarn, string, and thread weave all around this room. The ceiling is ripped out, leading to an area above. And sitting in the middle, you see a figure with multiple arms, scrambling their hands, needling and threading, while a sign hangs above that says "Trinket Exchange Recipes." She is a part, like a part human, part spider, being
Okay.
that's with several hands. But they're back to you.
Okay. And what did the sign say?
Trinket exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wonder if those items that we found up in the cubbies
Mhm.
are those trinkets?
Yeah, I would probably say so. Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, I am inclined to speak to this individual,
Sure.
and introduce ourselves and to try and make friends.
Yeah, that seems great.
Wonderful. Hello there, friend.
It's the being instantly hearing you speak, perks up its ears, and then turns around to you. It puts out a hand.
Oh, I have the strangest feeling that you're not quite here for formalities, but here, allow me to introduce myself as I put these 5 shells into your hand. My name is Mr. Gentleman. It is very lovely to meet you.
She looks at you and she shakes her head and she pulls out from on one of the shelves a list, and she's going to put in front of you the ingredients list for
Okay.
several different things.
All right. A mini game, perhaps.
I put it that I could show everybody, but I'm gonna name just a few of them. They say Sparks Finger, a Face Spade, a Cadaver's Rumor, a Song's Dancer, a Flash's Dazzler, Serpent's Curse, Jack's Key. I mean, it says Hee-Haw's Key. Wound's Caress, Venom's Ward, Tasha's Kiss, Truth's Spear, Element's Touch, Silver's Band, Hold on one second. Hold on.
Edie, do you think any of these could be code names for the sugar that was found upstairs?
I didn't before, but now I do.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this place is definitely giving me like, you've ever been to those places that they'll take a normal thing, but then they'll rename it as something more, artistic and like valuable or rare, just for the sake of being able to rename it and charge more money. That's kind of the vibe
Yes,
I'm
I've
getting
been to
from
my
this right
home.
now. Sorry, what?
I've been to my home, Didi.
Yeah, that's
My
exactly.
establishment, yes.
Yeah, I didn't want to
Yeah. Yes.
say anything.
No, you're right. Didi, I have been thinking recently, and perhaps I could be more truthful about my establishment.
Okay, why would you want to do that?
Well, I don't know. Perhaps losing something personal to me, such as an appendage, may have awoken some form of understanding to me.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
Just something for me to think about.
Right.
So
No,
how's
I
it going? How's it going
Huh?
with you and Miss Ember?
Well, what do you mean? I mean, we're not in the same location anymore or anything, but that's a strange thing to ask.
Come now, Didi. I can read you like a fiddle.
I see. That seems like a.
It's quite easy.
Well,
Oh no, Dan's
Dan's back.
Dan's
Okay.
back.
Dan's coming back. We're fine.
About to say we could hijack the entirety of the campaign.
No, that sounds horrible. No,
Lisa,
it's
do you want to be
Miss
level
M.
20?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just put Lisa at level 20, and the rest of us
Yeah.
can stay at whatever
Only
level
Lisa
we're
at
at
level
now.
20. Yeah.
4. Yeah.
I want to go back to level 1. I think that would be funny for me.
If you really want to.
What more harm could it do?
Probably another pinkie.
I got 3 more.
It's upsetting.
You don't know what was written in Mr. Gentleman's letter to Didi.
You're right. I don't.
It could have been his own selection of pinkie jar.
It could have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Could have been a heartfelt confession about having hands for feet.
No, that's gross. It could have been some kind of heartfelt confession.
Could have been.
But
who
however,
would even be able to say?
we'll never know because Dan didn't kill me outright.
Yep.
Like I thought was gonna happen.
But there's still so much merch to be made.
There's still so much merch to be made.
So many killer puns and lines to throw out.
Oh, I've got a few up my sleeve.
I see. Of course you do.
Yeah. Listen, you always got to be planning ahead.
Right.
Also, hi Raiders from other stream.
Yep.
I think we're having technical difficulties, so we're just talking.
Vamping.
We're
Just
vamping.
vamping.
Out of character.
Oh, it seems like they're from Kel's channel. Hi,
nice.
homies from Kel's channel.
Hi, Celtic Wyvern Kings channel friends.
Yeah.
How'd your adventures go tonight?
That's cool. I'm glad it went that way.
Okay,
Yay.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yay!
We can hear
Can you
you.
see me?
We cannot
No.
see you.
Okay. Hold on. Seems
I
I'm
can hear.
frozen.
You can hear? Okay, cool.
I can hear him. I can't see him, and now
can.
his box went away.
Yep.
Okay. Well, who wants to be the DM now?
No, I'm good.
Connor, you haven't gotten to be a DM yet.
Not on
Okay.
channel. I just ran a game last night, though.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, it went quite well. We had a grand
Hi,
old
Dan.
time. Hey, we can see
Can you
Dan,
guys hear me?
and we
We
can
can
hear
see
Dan.
and hear you.
Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Oh, perfect. All right, 2 for 2.
Yay!
Excuse me.
Okay. All
Dan,
right.
we did such a good job of vamping.
Awesome.
We
I
said
heard the tail end of it, but I'm sure it
We
went
said hi to
great.
the Raiders and everything.
We did.
Awesome. Great. Doing all the things.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the ingredients list?
I've not
It
seen
never
it.
like loaded for me.
Hmm.
I can see
What
that it's
about
there.
you?
Nope. I have not seen it.
Oh, you know what? Let me see. Oh, you know what? It'd probably help if I put what needed to be in the players part. In the players part.
Ah, yes, of course.
There we go. You see it now?
Yes,
Where is it?
I sees it.
Okay.
Is it on the Discord?
I guess it's just for me now.
So
Yep.
Connor, if you go to your character handout thing on Roll20.
No, I don't want to do that.
Okay, well then,
No, I do. I
no,
got
it's
it.
fine.
Ingredients
No, it's
list. I
fine.
found it. Ah, cool.
I'll just be the Gold Star employee. It'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're good. Found it.
So the only thing that you guys have ingredients for is for a thing called Flash's Dazzler, and you could put the things together for a thing called a Wound's Caress.
Mm.
Hold on.
A
These
drop of
headphones
blood
are
from a
not
friend.
perfect.
Well, we can't make that one.
Mr. Gentleman, I consider you a friend. Dee Dee pulls out knife. That's how that works, right?
Ah, my blood.
For the drop of a blood from a friend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It only counts if you go, thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for
Thank
being
you for
a
being
friend.
my friend.
There it is. There it is.
So for that, it seems to make you're using the liter of flammable the gasoline.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So
Wait, I'm sure we can find another,
she gets
a different
some of
liter of flammable object.
Actually,
flammable.
no. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Let's use it.
She gets about 5 feet of yarn off of one of the shelves. She gets the liter of gasoline and she chugs it and spits it all over this yarn. And then she takes that drop of blood that you got and she, as like a tincture, puts it into her eye, and like a teardrop comes down, and she lets it drop onto this kind of sewing kit, like bandage almost, and she gives it to you.
Aw. Mr. Gentleman, would you like this, or would you like me to have this?
You go for it, Dee Dee. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't foresee myself getting hurt.
Well, all right. Let's say Wound's Caress, yes?
And it's called Wound's Caress, and it heals 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
Oh, cool. Awesome. That's fantastic.
Nice.
2d4 plus 2?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Thank you.
and she looks kind of pleased as you take this the bandage. And she kind of just sits back and she continues sewing it together like what looks like almost like a doll
Aw.
Hmm.
with button eyes and things like that.
That's so wonderful.
Thank you for this awesome and wonderful opportunity to see you work. I think that was it was really nice.
Yes, quite.
She just points at the ingredients or the trinkets assembly sign as shown earlier. And she says, or she doesn't say anything. She looks at you and she points up.
I will slowly and scarily look up in a fearful type way.
It seems like it's just a hole up in the in the ceiling that goes to like an upper area. And she points at the word on there that says trinket exchange. She puts trinket, she pokes on trinket, and then she points up.
So there are trinkets up there?
And she nods.
Excellent.
How do we get up there?
She starts putting together a almost like a rope. Not a rope, but she starts stitching together what looks like a large lasso almost, and puts it around both of you guys. And then she pulls on this other thread that's right next to you guys that you guys can pull more up, and it's bringing you up. It's belaying you up.
Wait. Can you give me just 1 second?
She shakes her head. Yes.
Okay, cool. I have to search my memory of nature and such things. Oh, good. Cool. Actually, could I convince you to maybe make one other thing? Because I think I have all the things for this thing. But I'll point back to the ingredients list. Will be like, I think I can make or you can make us a venom sword. Because I will hold up my bag of tulip bulbs because tulips are poisonous too, as the Googs tell me. Humans, cats, dogs, and horses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take. Where's my character sheet? There's my character sheet. Okay. I don't have as much stuff as I thought I did. That's fine. What's in a Monster Hunter pack? I'm going to take something out of either my Monster Hunters pack or my Dungeoneers pack. Let's see what's in those. 5e Monster Hunter pack.
Mr. Gentleman's gonna take off one of his gloves.
Yes.
And use it as
Perfect.
the wearable item.
Perfect. Thank you.
And then is going to take out his notebook and write something down and tear the page out of the book. And he folds it and holds it up and says, Dee Dee, do you have fire capabilities?
Fire? And then I'll just firebolt.
The tiny piece of paper. And then that creates the burned item.
Okay. So the stitchling looks and nods her head and puts out a couple of her arms, her hands to accept the things that you have.
Excellent.
She rubs the paper, the burnt paper, onto the bulbs together and just starts moving them in a circular motion until they become like a paste. Then she smears it onto the glove while she's licking it. Once it is dried, she hands it over to you.
Thank you. Very generous.
And now these gloves give you resistance to poison.
Ooh. That's nice. Does it have a
While you are wearing
duration
them.
or when I'm wearing them? Okay.
Don't know how long they would be
Okay.
for.
Okay.
It's very crude, but also magical.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. I think looking over the list again, we have other things, but not all in one spot. So that was wonderful. Thank you so much. We'll be back with more things for more work for you.
She nods in like a bow as you guys start ascending up. Is that what you guys are going to do next? All right.
Yes.
So you guys start ascending up. As you do, Olive Embers definitely has made her and Smoke backtrack because she does not want to go into a room or a hall of mirrors. She's like, how about we check out these other places? As she doubles back and starts going down the hallway that they didn't go down, they turn a corner as you guys are raising yourselves up from the hole. And she says, you guys aren't dead. Great.
No, why would we be? Takes more than that.
What
to
was down
kill.
there? Spooky shit?
Oh, very spooky shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was real weird.
Yeah,
How
there's
do you
spooky
feel
shit
about-
up here too. There's a hall of mirrors.
Oh,
like
how do you
that.
feel about giant spider people?
I'm not too crazy about spiders. But
She was very nice.
I don't know.
She was very nice.
That's
She
good.
gave us some cool things. Oh, we found a use for some of the things that that we've been collecting. They're called trinkets, and we can exchange them for interesting items.
Okay. That's neat.
Mhm.
So what are other things that we need on this list?
Oh, so there's so many.
I
I
found something for you, Mr. Gentleman.
You found something for me.
I did, because I thought when you did not come back, I thought you were gone. So I read letters, and my feelings are greatly hurt that you do not trust me. I was trying to follow your wishes, but in return, you can I got something for Didi also. For Didi, I have this thing in a jar that keeps talking to me, and that sounded like your other things that talk and scream.
Oh, that's exciting. I do love listening to spirits that no one else can see, and I will take that imp and put it in my bag next to the exploding rat. That's not
And for
that's not a
Mr.
statement that's going to end.
Gentleman, I found this little tree.
Oh, thank you, Lady Smoke. It's quite.
Oh, I found a couple things too. And she's like, here's a shirt for you, DD. Glad you're not dead.
Oh wow, thanks. I'm also glad I'm not dead again, and I'm glad that you're not dead and that you're here and you gave me something. I didn't. Would you like maybe this ring?
I'm not really a jewelry kind of gal.
Yeah, no, neither am I. And I'll like go to throw the ring and try and catch it with mage hand and put it back in my pocket. No, you got it. Okay, cool, perfect.
And
I
here's
found-
a few other.
I
Oh.
found egg.
Were
Yeah,
were
I
you
don't
going
really know
through
what
a
the
trying
egg
time?
thing. No, nobody handed us it or anything like that.
No one offered you an egg in a trying time.
An egg in
There
a
was
trying
a
time?
there was
No,
a
nobody.
there was a dead snake, but I did not pick it up.
Oh,
Hey,
Oh,
you
I
could
picked
use
it
one
up
of
here.
those.
oh good.
Here's the
wonderful.
snake.
That's one of the things on the list.
And a bag of cinnamon.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
nice.
perfect. We needed that too.
Does anybody see a feather?
Okay, and then here's
Oh.
a glass orb.
Ah,
Interesting.
that glass orb. That's a helpful thing.
I have a porcelain thing with tusks, teeth.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's a
Did
porcelain figure.
Did anybody happen to find a child's desire?
No.
Hmm.
That's
But
all.
we have one
all out of that.
hallway we have not checked yet.
Oh well, let's go
And
there.
as you guys start walking towards this hallway, you do hear a sort of not similar to the hum that you had been hearing before, but almost a rev of sorts. I'm changing it right at the end, of course, but it's just another looping one. You hear a very small. Well, somebody make a perception check.
Perception?
I have a
Perception.
0, so I'm not gonna do that.
I have a 4. I click. I got an 8. I am helpful and very distracted.
What? Wait a minute, mine did not show up.
Oh, so I got a nat 20.
Oh, there it is.
20,
25.
Smoke. Good for you.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So with the 25, I will say you hear as the first kicks of this noise that you've never really heard before kicks off, as you can kind of prepare yourself as the door ahead of you gets a metal chainsaw blade through the door of it and starts cutting itself in half, diagonally, as a bright-eyed man in a magician's cape comes out with the chainsaw and says, "Does anybody want to see a magic trick?" And that's where we're gonna end our session tonight.
Yay!
That's very good. It's not spooky season without chainsaws.
Okay, insider knowledge here.
Mm-hmm.
Halfling Wizard has a problem with chainsaws.
Oh yeah.
We went
Is
on
it
a
'cause-
haunted trail once, and someone chased him with a chainsaw, and he trampled us trying to get out of the way.
Oh no!
I
See, I've had
Nice,
the
Will.
opposite thing where I went to a haunted trail ride, and me being I'm not afraid of anything. Everybody around me ran, and I was like, that thing doesn't even have the chain on it. The guy came up to me, and he was like, "Come on, man."
That's so sad.
like under his breath. I was like, because he was chasing us, and he got
Audience
to me because
participation,
I
Dan.
was just walking. I was like, we have exited the haunted house. I am not running around.
I'm not
This
doing
was-
cardio.
This
for
was like
you.
10 years ago.
Nice.
The truly scary thing about chainsaws is the origins of chainsaws, but
an
we'll
Oh,
get
yeah.
we'll go into that another time.
That's for our medical.
Yeah,
trauma.
there might be a surgical use for them.
Oh God,
Mhm.
yes.
Well,
But all right, yeah. Let's see. We got some compliments. Or what is it?
we need to make compliments.
We
about
gotta
ourselves
make
those are so hard.
compliments.
For each other
Yeah.
or for ourselves?
for ourselves.
It's for
Ugh.
ourselves.
Is what Will said to me.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. If you insist.
But also,
Yeah.
thank you,
I've
Kel,
had to do
for
these
making
before.
us compliment ourselves.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, but that's fine.
All right, who's going first?
All right, Lisa, how about you first?
Yay.
I will go first because I've had to do this before.
Okay.
Fantastic.
I have been doing this thing for a few weeks now where every day I try to do one nice thing for some stranger. So sometimes it's just opening a door, sometimes I pay it forward at the coffee drive-through, compliment somebody, like I like your hair or your purse, or I've just been trying to do that because I think everything is so. We've kind of lost some of our social skills. Everything is computer and phones, and I think we need to connect with people. So, yeah, there you go.
All right, Connor.
Okay. Compliments are rough for me to give to myself for a lot of things. I am going to do a little bit of like a personal one that's combined with my role-playing aspects of things too. I have recently done a lot of work, and by recently, like the last year or so, on myself to really embrace how I feel the concepts of passion and what brings me passion. And it's a corrective thing for myself to get me more comfortable setting healthy boundaries between like work and personal life and like my different hobbies and stuff. And I am very passionate about tabletop gaming. I'm very passionate about gaming in general, and I truly believe that I do a great job of making sure that my environment around me is a safe and welcoming one for people to enjoy gaming, for people to enjoy role playing in whatever aspect people want to be about, because that's like really where my passion sits. I never want to be the reason that somebody doesn't like to play a game. And I think that's a thing that I've brought to every kind of game type thing that I've touched, including I'm running a game now in person for some coworkers and dear friends that like none of them have ever played Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition before, and like they're into it. We just did our second session, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm taking a lot from DMs that I work with like Dan, and like how I can combine that with my passion and make them all feel comfortable and excited to play in the same way that I'm excited to play, being a massive nerd about this stuff. So I'm very proud of myself for doing such good environmental work around me.
Dan.
I'm God's silliest goose, and it's my gosh darn mission to make sure that everybody has a good day through threats of nonviolence and love. I'm also loyal to folks that I care about and causes that I care about. So
Those are good. Those are good.
thank you. Dan, go.
Dan, me.
Dan.
You can't get away from
So I'm not gonna get away from this. It's kind of similar to what Connor was saying. I very much feel like I cultivate a good bring in people that I know are similar and they care about things, and whether it's through this game, because I knew I knew half of the people, but the other half, I mean, I also trusted that they were going to be great. And just by playing, I mean, in my play that I'm in, I'm like, feel good about it. I love all my co-stars, and I'm even like volunteering at the like local library and running like a D&D for like strangers. And like half, I think like the group that I'm about to play, we're doing like four out of the 6 people are the granddaughter, who's a high school senior, her parents, and then her grandma. And I gave a few different options for adventures, and I gave like just the general like spark notes of Descent into Avernus. I was like, we can do this. It feels very Lord of the Rings-y, or we can do this one that's like we're in fantasy New York and there's a bunch of different gangs, or this one you just hang around in town and then you guys are pulled into hell. And then they're like, that one, we want to do that one. And I was like, awesome, perfect. And one of them, the mom, she's playing a druid who I'm like slowly working in 5.5 rules in. And so I was like, yeah, as a wild shape, you can just talk while you're in an animal. And she was like, okay, I'm just going to be in penguin form all the time and just talking to people. So I'm like pure mayhem of this Mad Max in hell with the mom being in a penguin, like doing whatever they're going to do. I'm like, what a world I've like got in my orbit. So like, I'm just very happy with, again, like the environment too, where it's like people getting to do what they want and be happy. And like one of the things that I tell in my session zeros and just in general is like, I love when people are enjoying themselves and getting to like really just open up and just have fun. And I'm happy to like from this game and from, again, working with local theater and even like in the smaller relationships. Like I want to give a shout out to like my girlfriend, Angela, just in the general of like being able to speak about things and know that I'm being true to myself and like, I don't know, bringing in stuff. And so it's just nice to surround yourself with good feelings. And so thank you guys all for being a part of my fun game, whether it's me cutting off your pinkies or just dropping you guys into a crazy clown funhouse. So yeah, before we get sign off, let's go around and tell everyone where people can find you, and we'll go in the same order that we did with the compliments.
Okay, I'm Lisa, D&D Winter Wolf on TikTok and Discord. You can find me every Monday night here on Halfling Wizards channel for either Wind Riders of Aria, which is a Surge campaign. You can find information on Halfling Wizards channel. It's an amazing new system that we all really love it. It's easy to play, easy to learn. Check it out. Or on the opposite Mondays, Origins, which is a 5e Orlea campaign, which we will be back with on the 14th for Origins. Every other Wednesday, you can find me right here with this great group who I'm really, they're becoming very near and dear to my heart. Some of y'all I didn't know very well, but I feel very comfortable with y'all. So I love that. Here for the Liminal Blink, and we'll see what this whole chainsaw thing is about. And then every other Friday on Celtic Wyvern King's channel for his Stargate campaign. And we're coming back this Friday on the 11th. We will be on his channel. So he runs it's a really fun game he's got going, and it's worth checking out. So peace and love.
Peace and love.
Okay, I'm gonna go now. Hi, I'm Connor. I've been playing Didi, the artillerist artificer. He's a foodian. He's part food, or he's all food. It's great. You can find me here on Halfling Wizard Productions in this here game. You will also see me in the upcoming Queers campaign being run by Mikey. You can also find me here doing something. Is it just this one? I think it's just this one for now, because Codex finished. That was the other one. Anyway, Codex finished, but be sure to subscribe and watch for the new Codex game that's coming out, as well as all of our other bits and bobs over there. You can see us over on our sister channel of Vibe Tribe Productions. I'm in Gaia Chronicles. I'm in El Juego. I'm in Between the Pros. There we go. That other one with those two. Yeah, anyway, I'm doing great. Yes, so I'm in all of those things. Please watch all of the other things. They're great homies. They're fantastic shows. Subscribe to both, and you'll see me there. And if you live around the place where I'm living, I'm directing my first Shakespeare show later this year / early next year. So if you know me, talk to me about that. And if you don't know me, then sucks to suck, doesn't it?
No,
I
go ahead, Connor.
I
Talk to
find it
yourself.
really cool that. Are you involved in anything related to Shakespeare right now, Finn?
I'm not.
They're gonna be.
I've been out of theater for I think about maybe 8 years now. But I used to be a really big theater kid. Fun fact about Finn is that I actually recited Shakespeare for the first time when I was 4 years old. Our mother, Connor and I are siblings. Our mother was teaching Connor Romeo's soliloquy. But soft what light 3 under window breaks, and he wasn't like getting it, but my little 4-year-old autistic brain picked it up. So I just started saying it, and then our mother, who was an English teacher, took me to school with her and showed me off to all of her students who complained that they'd had to learn like 10 lines of Shakespeare. And then here I was at 4 years old doing it. Anyway, long story short, I'm great, but no, I'm not currently in any theater stuff.
Okay. Because 3 out of the 4 of us are right now. Dan and I are working on a production of Hamlet.
I want to get back into it.
They're gonna audition for Tempest when I do Tempest.
Connor, yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I made a joke that I would audition for Tempest. Now I have
Wasn't a
to
joke.
do it.
Now you
Wasn't a
have
joke.
to.
Now I have to do it. But if I get the part that I want to get, I'm gonna have to do it with an uwu voice because that's the joke I made,
Yeah.
and I'm prepared to do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi, my name is Finn. You guys learned a lot about me in the past 5 seconds. You can catch me on Gaia Chronicles on Vibe Tribe Productions every other Monday. I play Penny Land. You can also catch me every other Sunday on Vibe Tribe, where I DM Between the Pros. And then you can catch me here every other Wednesday, where I play Mr. Gentleman. Otherwise, you can find me at my day job, or if Connor casts me in the show that he's doing, you can catch me on stage in the place that we live.
Yep.
Where do you live, if you don't mind sharing that on stream?
California.
Or
California.
awesome.
We're up in the North Bay of California.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're far enough away to make it inconvenient for us to combine Tempest and Hamlet, but
Yeah.
I also have very strong feelings about
A
how much I
double
hate
feature?
Hamlet as a show.
Yeah,
It'd be bad.
that's fair.
We'll do a liminal
And
link after dark where we just complain about. Anyway, I will
Big
complain
Hero?
about how much I hate Hamlet, and then everyone can hate me for it.
that's fair. That's fair. I like Hamlet. Not to be.
I
as
love
biased.
Hamlet.
I know
I've
you do.
Not to be
never cared-
biased or anything.
Don't care for Romeo yet, but I love Hamlet. Love the Tempest. I did that production a few years back.
Nice.
I like the how absurd Romeo and Juliet is. That's what I like most about it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. We make everyone our problems everybody else's problems.
Yeah.
All right, and as for me, I'm Dan Sebastian. I played everybody else, and Also, whenever I'm not here, I am also on the Liminal Blink as Mordau of many names, many titles, Goliath Barbarian, who just likes tearing shit up, and then also on Guide Chronicles as Norm Allman, Plasmoid Artificer, just regular guy. Not really regular guy. But yeah, and then of course you can find us here every other Wednesday as well. Thank you guys for joining us tonight at the Liminal Blink here on the Halfling Wizard Productions. If I, of course, want to give a shout out as well as like the intro song, all the songs that I'm using here for the carnival are all Kevin MacLeod. As you've heard before, his stuff's great. You can find his stuff on Roll20, on YouTube, all the different things. And then, of course, if you want to catch other people's things, you can look at we have a schedule on the Twitch channel as well, when we're about to go online, things like that. And also subscribing helps out too. And if you've enjoyed what you've seen tonight, just please give us a follow. And then also you can check up on our merch that we have on our store, like we talked about before. Whenever we say funny things, we'll slap that thing on a t-shirt.
On a t-shirt.
Yeah, on a t-shirt. On all the things.
Yeah.
And all those links are located on the Halfling Wizard Twitch channel main page.
Dude, I was drinking out of my Liminal Blink mug today.
Oh, were you?
It's
nice.
it's now turned into my favorite mug. It's fantastic.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining us, and until next time, don't blink or you'll miss us. Good night.
Thanks for joining us for this Halfling Wizard production. Make sure to come back again soon to see what happens next. Right here, where adventure comes to life.